Hi guys, so this is the value scale that I wanted you guys to do. I've just done the left side of it, and what I want you to do for the left side and then on the far right side is on the left side, whatever pencil you got that is your lightest lead, in other words your hardest lead, so it makes the lightest mark, use on that side. So in my case it would be my HB pencil, but for you it might be your 2H pencil, whichever one has the lightest lead. And on the far right column you're going to use your softest lead, so it'll make the darkest mark. So in my case it's my 6B. For you it might be an ebony pencil, or it might be an 8B, depending on what set of pencils you got. And I do apologize for the shakiness of this. All I have right now is my phone to record with, and I don't have a stand yet, so I'm working on getting that, so hopefully the quality will get better. Now when you're doing these with pencils or with graphite, I want you to leave the very first square or rectangle empty, so that is actually the color of the paper. There's no mark in that part. And then I went down and got darker and darker and darker. Now, what this is going to train you to do is use your pencil to get a whole variety of mark making, and using this value scale to help your eyes to see different values. Obviously, this is only a 7 value scale. You could go as far as 20 or 30 or however many you wanted to push it, but for now we'll just stick with this one. Helping you see different values is going to help you enhance the mood of your drawing. So using this high contrast between dark and light, you can either make it very dramatic or you can make it softer using these middle tones right in here. It's also called a grayscale. Value means the lightness or darkness of a surface in artistic terms. So when I say value, I'm talking about this darkness compared to this lightness, this value compared to this value, not value being one specific darkness or lightness. It is only in reference to itself. So this value in reference to this value in reference to this value. This would be lighter than this value. This value is lighter than this value, etc. You get it. So when you're doing this, you're going to find that your control over your pencil is very, very important. And instead of holding it like this, like we would when we're normally writing, I want you to start holding your pencils like this. So you're basically holding the lead almost flat against the surface instead of straight up and down. That's going to help you get so much more control out of your pencil and allow you to either have a very light touch or a very heavy touch. Now, when I did this, it's actually really difficult to get that light because you want to put pressure on it depending on, how we've used pencils in the past. But I am putting very, very little pressure on it. In fact, I'm hardly holding on to it all. I'm just kind of letting it balance in between my hand. It's very loose. I'm not gripping it, in other words. Otherwise, I'm going to get a darker mark, and I can't get very dark here because it gets dark really fast. Another thing you're going to find is that with your very hard lead, it's going to be hard to get very dark. You're going to have the opposite problem when you use your soft lead. It's going to get dark real fast, and it's going to be very hard to make a very light mark. So here I am using this very soft lead, and I'm going as soft as I can, and look how dark it is already. Now I can try and go softer, but I'm barely touching the paper, and it's already darker than my first square over here. So carefully try this out on another piece of paper, just really quickly, maybe do some scribbles here and there. Play around with doing different pressures of your fingers, different ways of holding it. Please try and not do it like this, because you're going to not get very good results if you use your pencil like this. More control you're going to find is having that lead, the whole lead, this being the lead, at your disposal instead of just the point. And that's going to be the key to having the most control over your mark making tools. So starting with pencils, we'll move on to charcoal soon. For now, just do those two on either side. We're going to do something a little bit different with the one in the middle, and I'll talk to you guys about that soon, either tomorrow during the virtual meeting or later on in another demo. Have a good day, guys. I will talk to you soon.